Like your large capacity magazine, like your high shot count, like your military style and FDE colour scheme. Want a tactical telescopic stock. Oh, and I suppose you want all this for under £500 UK. Well, stick around, I may have just the thing for you. Hello and welcome to AAR on Air. Today is the turn of the Hatsan Factor in FDE, which ticks all those boxes and more. Let's get straight to it and take a closer look, because there's a lot to get through and talk about with this budget high capacity rifle from Hatsan. Let's start with the stats on this one, shall we? It tops the scales at 3.8 kilograms unscoped, with its detachable 500cc aluminium bottle on board. The 580cc carbon bottle option would naturally be lighter. It is 101 centimetres long with the telescopic stock fully closed, or around 109 centimetres fully extended. It is available in 177 and 22 calibers with a huge top trumps winning capacity magazine of 24 rounds in 177 and 21 rounds in 22. It comes with two of these in the box, and they can either be used as magazines or for fetching a round of drinks on from the bar. They're that big. Starting from the front, there is that long barrel, which on this one is the QE or Quiet Energy shrouded version, which Hatsan claimed to be 50% quieter. I must admit this isn't particularly loud, but if you're not happy with the volume level, then Hatsan have fitted this with a 1/2-inch UNF thread to be able to add a silencer of your choice and reduce the noise level even more. Naturally, the barrel is rifled, but it's also choked to help improve the accuracy. This is in the sand-coloured FDE in a matte finish, and below this is that huge air tank that has to be good for around 1 million shots. Well, maybe not that many, but I would measure the shot count in numbers of tins of pellets rather than individual pellets themselves. If you shoot this from its 250 bar max fill pressure to empty in one go, my guess is you'll be booking your hospital appointment for RSI operation on your finger and your cocking arm. The gauge is at the base of this all black tank or bottle and is very easy to read. Clear white background, Hatsan badged, which is colour coded to help with the correct fill pressures. Directly below the gauge is a Picatinny rail for your preferred accessories, with a nice rubber cover as well. Why not fit a grip or bipod? Can't decide which? Don't worry, Hatsan have included a 2-in-1 grip stand to fit onto here straight out of the box. The rail comes with, as I've said, its own rubberized cover as well. Behind here is the Foster filler fitting for speedy refills. I say speedy, it's only going to be speedy if you've got a bottle or compressor to fill this with, because if you take the 500cc tank down to say 100 bar and think you're going to fill this from a pump in a hurry, you may want to have casualties number on speed dial on your phone. Oh, and if you're stuck for a few Foster fittings, they supply it in the box for you. The main body is in FDE and again is aluminium. The top has a Picatinny rail, and in true Hatsan style it's fitted with a dovetail on top as well, so you should never be stuck with the wrong scope mount fittings. Below this is the side lever cocking arm, which is really very smooth for what should be classed as a budget gun. Not only is it smooth in action, but it has a nice sprung-loaded action to it as well. This is in contrasting black alloy and is also fully reversible if you're either left-handed or prefer your action on the left-hand side. That huge magazine is loaded in front of this by dropping down the gate, pulling back on the side lever and dropping the magazine in from the right-hand side. Alternatively, you can use the single shot tray that's supplied in the box. The trigger on this is a two-stage item and is the Quattro trigger, which is match grade, two-stage and fully adjustable, and I must say it's really very good. Just above and on the right hand side is the safety, which is simple and functional with forward and backwards. Forward for fire, backwards for safe. When it's in safe, it fully locks the trigger. There's also an anti-knock system built into the Factor to prevent accidental discharge if the rifle is knocked or bounced. Not a bad idea at all. The grip is rubberized, AR-15 style, and is very grippy and comfortable. From here we move back to that telescopic stock, which can be extended to your required length by squeezing and moving the stock. Once in your preferred position, simply release the catch and ensure it's locked into place by slightly sliding the stock forwards or backwards to ensure it's solid. This is rubberized on the butt for comfort, and the cheek rest is also adjustable to help find that perfect position to align your scope with your eyes. Simply unscrew, lift into place and lock back down again. Simple. Blimey, there really is so much going off with this gun. You do get an awful lot supplied in the box for £495, and they even supply a pretty good hard case to keep everything in as well. Now, before we do anything else, let's take a look at that sun-blocking dinner plate size magazine and how to load it, shall we? The first thing you need to do is open the clear front by moving the cover anti-clockwise through about 180 degrees. Then rotate the inner again anti-clockwise through almost 360 degrees. Then load your first pellet in head first. From there on, it's just a matter of keep filling up until you get that RSI, or until each one of the gaps is full, whichever comes first. Once you've done that and it's fully loaded, simply return the front cover back and you're fully loaded. The nice thing about this as well is once the last round has been fired, you'll hear a click and it locks open. So, time to bring in that second magazine. Power levels then. This is the sub 12 foot-pound version, and over the chrono using the BSA 10.49 grain Black Stars, it saw 709 feet per second, which equates to 11.7 foot-pounds or 15.88 joules. So this should be easily enough for a spot of pest control, or maybe with that huge 500cc of air on board, I should probably say a bunny genocide. Either way, bring a big van to carry back the booty. Let's drop a scope on this one and get it out on the range to test the accuracy, shall we? Now, I had a new Veyron IR available in 6-24 by 44 format at the time, and this should give the Factor a pretty good fighting chance. Here goes then, out at the usual 40 metres. Time I suppose to get the Hatsan Factor. First thing to do is to load up this huge dinner plate of a magazine with about 4,000 pellets.
It's enormous. But the strange thing is, when it's actually fitted to the gun, you don't really notice it. It's a bit scary, really. So, first thing you got to do, drop one in. They actually supply you with this little tool to turn it all the way through, which is a nice idea, but once you've got the first one in, you don't really need it. And then it's just a case of keep slotting in as many pellets as you can. I suppose you should say as you can afford, because this thing just eats through them. And it's got, well, more rounds than a decent fight with Mike Tyson, I suppose. Anyway, once you've got that all loaded up, turn it clockwise, back, shut. The noise you can hear in the background, I'm afraid, are the builders. They are working away as we're trying to get the house done. And slot in, that's it, simple task, forward on the bolt, and you're ready to go. I fitted the new IR Veyron on top of this one, just to give it a fighting chance. And I've been shooting it so far today, and the results aren't bad at all. It's getting tighter and tighter as you go along. I think this is one of those barrels that's going to need settling in with 1 or 2 tins of pellets to put through it to get it just right. So I suppose by simply just having half a dozen goes at it, it's not really doing it any justice. It needs more than that. But anyway, here goes. Let's see how we fare on camera, shall we? It's a really nice smooth bolt on it. Or should I say side lever? Yeah, for the money, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
And that's pretty good for what is still really classed as a budget rifle at under £500. I must say, the more I used it, the more it tightened up. And lining the barrel on this one will definitely help bring everything that bit tighter. Good fun though. The FDE military style isn't for everyone, and it is a little on the heavy side when loaded up with a scope and with that 500cc bottle stuck on the front. But you really can't argue with the performance from this rifle and the amount of gear that comes with it. So if you want high shot count, big capacity, military style, front grip, 2 magazines and a hard case, then this one may well be right up your street. As always, I've had fun and enjoyed this one. If you have, please give us the old thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment and click the alarm notification bell. Merch is available from the AAR website, and a big thank you to the team at Vector Air for getting hold of this one for me to review. And of course, thank you to you guys for watching. It just leaves me to say, stay safe and shoot safe, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye for now.